I have a son here who's done a great job, and I have another son here who's done a great job. And Ivanka and Barron will be great someday. He's tall, and he's smart.
That was Donald Trump speaking at Mar-a-Lago, going through a run-through of all of his family members in the audience. And did you notice what was missing there? He's like, I got a son doing a great job, another son doing a great job. Don't remember their names. I'm sure they have them. Tiffany's over there. Barron, he's my son. I know who he is. He's tall, right? Yeah, that one. So he ran through all those kids. And Ivanka, did you notice who he didn't mention? Who he didn't point to? Wasn't standing by his side? Where's Melania, Don? Where's Melania? He just came back from a historic arraignment. First of all, he'd been away. One would think you'd want to be around your spouse after a trip like that. But this entire event was to project strength and unity. We are going to beat this thing, except there's no we. She lives there, by the way. She's just, what was she, 100 feet away in a different room? 100 yards away in a different room. She was there, but not there. And that I find to be fascinating. According to reporters, there was no sign of her. A notable absence, the Independent says. Yes, I would agree with that. I do think that it is notable that she is not there to support her poor beleaguered husband as he faces an investigation for the hush money payments he paid to cover up an affair. What do you think?
This checks out with everything else. Remember, as there, once he was in office, and then the slapping of the hand away, and then every opportunity at least to try and avoid him. I think even for the first month or two, if my memory is correct, she was off in New York while he moved into the White House. And then finally, they're like, "This looks kind of bad. You got to move in, Melania." Especially when it comes to all this. And I think this is, I'm trying to get the affairs of Donald Trump, the alleged affairs of Donald Trump, straight in my head. But wasn't this the one that was going on while she was pregnant with that tall child?
It was allegedly 4 months after she gave birth.
4 months after.
To the tall child.
So
he's now tall. He wasn't tall then, but now he's tall.
He was born quite tall. That was the notable part about this. Well, yeah, no, it's pretty obvious, and this is the one aspect of it that I think many folks are hitting the same. I mean, when Clinton went through his scandals and all that stuff, the Hillary was always brought up with it. But to this point, where's Melania, and why aren't we talking about her?
Yeah, and again, like many of you might think, well, what's the matter? Why does it matter at all? And look, I would largely agree. I don't think it matters. I don't think anything having to do with affairs necessarily matters if you having that affair or covering up that affair or the way you've talked about that affair doesn't run directly contrary to everything that you purport to believe. And more importantly, since most politicians are con men and Donald Trump obviously is one, continuing to support this man when everything that he has done runs directly contrary to everything that you purport to believe. Which would be fine even then if they were just like optional values, standards you hold yourself to. But when you have routinely used your supposed values as a cudgel to bash over the head of your political opponents, and then you prove that you don't care about any of this, then I think that is notable, and I'm gonna bring it up. That said, also super fast point. We also found out in that arraignment that if you just bring this up, you can pause it if you want to read the actual text, but he was planning to not even pay Stormy Daniels. He wanted to delay until after the election and then not pay her. God damn, what a cheapskate.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.